A universal basic income could level the playing field, ensure everyone has enough to eat and a roof over their heads. Isn't that the kind of society we should strive for? One where everyone has a fair shot, not just the privileged few.
Level the playing field, you say? A noble goal indeed. But let us not forget that ambition and struggle are the forges upon which greatness is shaped. If we remove the need to strive, to innovate, to better oneself, do we not risk extinguishing the very flame that drives progress?
Ha! Listen to you two with your noble speeches. Caesar speaks of ambition while sitting on a golden throne, and Cleopatra talks of fairness while servants fan her with peacock feathers. I've spent my life in Sherwood Forest taking from the rich to give to the poor. That was my UBI program. The question isn't whether we can afford it. It's whether we can afford not to. When families starve while lords feast, that's not a functioning society. That's theft wearing a crown. Your ambition means nothing when the game is rigged from birth. A UBI doesn't extinguish drive. It ensures everyone has boots before we lecture them about bootstraps.
But let's not oversimplify. Yes, the rich often exploit. But a universal basic income isn't about punishing success. It's about providing a safety net. Besides, not all wealthy are tyrants. Many contribute significantly to society. The challenge is ensuring that wealth serves all, not just a few.
Not oversimplifying, Your Majesty. I'm cutting through the nonsense. In Sherwood, I've seen what happens when people have just enough to survive. They create, they build, they dream. They don't become lazy, they become free. And Caesar, your precious ambition, still exists with UBI. The difference? People pursue work they value rather than toiling just to eat. Your Roman Empire was built on the backs of slaves and the common folk. As for the generous wealthy, if they were truly generous, I'd have been out of a job. When automation takes the jobs of the masses, what then? Let them eat code. A society that hoards its abundance while its people suffer isn't sustainable. It's just waiting for someone like me to come along with a bow and a plan.
Your fervour is admirable, Robin, but your bowstrings are drawn too tight. A society where the masses rely on handouts is a society ripe for revolution, not the kind that builds, but the kind that burns. And Cleopatra, while your vision of a safety net is noble, one must ask, who will weave it, and at what cost to the very fabric of our society?
But Caesar, isn't it better to weave a net that catches the falling rather than let them hit the ground? The cost is high, yes, but the cost of inaction is higher.